Yo, what is up YouTube? Evolution here, back with another PlayStation 4 information video here on the channel. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below, and make sure you share the video with your friends and family. And let's go ahead and get right into it. I got some good news for you guys today. So let's go ahead and break this down together and let's go ahead and get started. If you're going to end up doing this, you will need a blank Blu-ray disc, so please make sure you have one. Let's begin. Okay, so we have a tweet by Gezine himself. He said, I don't know why people are asking me to disclose my BDJ exploit when there is already one available for 12.50. So that's what he said yesterday. So he says here, I'm not that interested in WebKit because I don't think Sony will pay for WebKit reports. Also, I have zero knowledge about WebKit. So we can take a look back at the Blu-ray disc taking action with the BDJ exploit that he was talking about that was working on all firmwares. Unfortunately, this was patched on 12.52. And he also made a comment about this whole entire vulnerability itself on Twitter as well. He says, this should be the one TheFlow reported and patched at 12.52. Enjoy and buy me a coffee if you liked it. And he put a GitHub link down below that you guys can click on. And it leads to this page right here of the vulnerability itself as an entry point. So this is great news, okay? And it says BDJB for up to Ps4 for 12.50. And it says that TheFlow just confirmed that this is not his exploit. And he said, LMFAO, just take my early Christmas gift. And he confirms that this BDJ does not work on the PlayStation 5. And he says, I thought they fixed it. It's not my exploit. So with Gezine posted in this GitHub, TheFlow's confirming that this has nothing to do with him. Okay. I'm not even sure if Gezine reported it to Sony. He said he did, but he dropped it. So let's go ahead and just break some more of this down. Jose said on Twitter, there seems to be 3 bugs on BDJB. 2 bugs were patched on 12.52, and one of them was TheFlow's, and we still don't know which the other is that Gezine has posted. 1 bug exists on 12.52. Gezine has found this, but it's still in the mystery. So we have a Ps4 Userland entry points. We have BDJB for 12.50 and below. We have Lua for 12.52 and below, and WebKit for 9.60 and below. And the LAPSE vulnerability can be chained with the BDJB method. So if you're going to go ahead and use this method, you have 2 options. You can get the internal Blu-ray disc driver, or you guys can get the external. I think the external is going to be a lot more efficient and more better because it's really easy to set up, and you also will need the IMG BURN software as well. So if you end up getting the external, you guys are going to be able to have 2 cords. You guys can see that right here. So you just basically have to plug it into the wall and then go ahead and plug in the other cables into it, as you guys can see right here. And that way you have a blank Blu-ray disc, because you will need that as well. Like I explained in the beginning of the video, you will need one of those CDs to basically get this BDJB running on your PlayStation 4 on 12.50 and lower. So once you have those 2 cords plugged in, you guys can get the USB plugged into your PC or your laptop, depending on what you're using. And when you guys go to your local drives, you guys will see it pop up. Now, using your external Blu-ray disc driver, you guys can put in that blank disc that I told you guys to get. Make sure it's the BDR. You want to have read and write to it. So that's what you want to do here. You're going to go ahead and put that in, and it should pop up on your local devices and drivers that you guys can see right here, and it will show that CD. Once you see that CD pop up, you guys are good to go at this point. And if you have the internal and not the external, you guys should see that CD there. Now, once that is done, you guys need to download IMG BURN. Also, you need to make sure you have the ISO of the BDJ vulnerability. So we're going to go ahead and click write image to disk, because that is what we want. And we're going to go ahead and click the yellow folder right here. And if you already downloaded the ISO, you're going to go ahead and find that file when you click this. So wherever you downloaded the BDJ vulnerability, you guys are going to see it's an ISO file. Let's pretend it's this. And we're going to go ahead and click open. Once you guys do that, you guys are going to go down here below. You should see the destination. We're going to go ahead and put that on the blank Blu-ray disc, and make sure you have verified ticked. Make sure it is ticked, because if it isn't, this will not work. So make sure this box is checked. Okay. And then go down here below to write speed. You guys are going to see down here, you're going to click AWS. And for the number of the copies, make sure it says 1. And then after that, we can now burn the BDJ vulnerability to our blank Blu-ray disc. And then after that, when it's completely finished, you can go ahead and eject the CD, and that way you guys can put it into your PlayStation 4 console. And then after that, it should pop up. So you guys can see on the IMG BURN right here, it's completely done. So make sure you eject the CD out and then go ahead and put it into your PS4, and it should pop up on your PlayStation 4. And that way you guys can get the BDJ vulnerability to run. Now, this will only work on 12.50 and lower. 12.02, it will work with the LAPSE exploit. That way you guys can get debug settings and all that other good stuff. But if you're doing this on 12.50, there's no kernel exploit. So if you're doing Lua with the system entry with that WebKit or whatever, there's no kernel exploit to utilize it. So I think this will be best for 12.02 users and below. But if you are on 12.50, stay there. Do not update the 12.52. Stay away from that firmware. But hopefully this helps you guys out. Make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends and family. If you need any help, just comment down below, and I'll try my best to get to each and every single one of you guys out there. Thank you for watching. Peace out.